Hi, everybody. I wish, what week is this in COVID?
9,000. Week
Huh?
9,000.
10,000?
9,000. Don't be,
Oh.
that's ridiculous.
I was going to guess 10. How many hours do you think it is? How many minutes? 525,600 minutes. Okay, so I want to point out that I personally have given up any worry about getting on the camera, and realized this morning that I got up, threw clothes on, and then was going to sit down and do it, and went, oh well, there you go. There's COVID.
Yeah, I had an interesting conversation with someone yesterday for work, and we were talking about just right before the call, I had texted her, whatever, and I just said, I'm going to turn my my video on. It may not be pretty. And she's like, oh, I'm actually in workout clothes. I'm like, me too. And I'm like, don't we owe it to ourselves to be our best authentic selves? So we were having this whole conversation about it. And she said, it's interesting. She has some clients. She does what does she do? Like personal coaching. And she was saying that they don't feel like they can necessarily be their most efficient selves or their best selves if they're not in their kind of like work outfit and so we started just talking about that. I thought that was really interesting. Like they were critical of themselves and saying, yeah, I can't do it in the like wet hair and t-shirt.
I think it depends on the medium. Like, when we do these college events, Jen gets on like dressed and sitting upright. And there's I think it's really important. Like she brings this professionalism to a conversation that is tough and parents want to hear it. And so it's great. But, somehow Fridays with Sue and Steph is just like.
Not that time.
Well, it used to be that we were dressed because we would be somewhere. We'd get dressed and go to lunch or have coffee or something. But now we're practically rolling out of bed or a pool.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, so I have a standing Friday morning coffee with two friends. And this week we spent a lot of time talking about how we're not sleeping. So how about you? Are you sleeping?
Pretty much no. I feel like there's a meme. If I were a cartoonist, I could draw this where I feel like my alarm clock is taunting me. Like it would almost have like, when you're kids, you'd be like, nah, 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 nah. Like, I feel like, when I look at my clock and it says 4:03, that it's like,
yeah. So it's interesting because I don't know anybody who's sleeping. Like I don't know any women in my age demographic who are sleeping. And so like, I guess for anybody who's on here, first of all, let us know if you're sleeping or not. And if you have come up with a solution. My solutions make me worry. They involve taking something. And I don't want to become, I don't think they're addictive, but I don't want to become dependent on, like if I don't take it, I can't fall asleep in some mental way. I've psyched myself out. But there's like a Saturday night, I watched all of Ted Lasso, which by the way,
that's very good.
I just want to tell people that it was so delightful. It had everything I like in a movie. It had that like underdog story. It had like romance and love and a little bit of quirkiness. I don't know. I just really loved it. But also
Jason Sudeikis, is that the right one?
Yeah, he's fantastic in it. And the other thing is like, when you can't sleep, I don't know if my barometer is the same. Like completely kept me entertained. But I can't remember how many episodes. I think it must have been 10 because I think they're each a half hour.
Okay.
So 5 hours of TV in when I should have been sleeping. Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. So how about you?
What's funny? So yeah, my sleeping I feel like my sleeping has gotten a smidgy better because I've been not great, but maybe waking up once instead of like 3 times. I do think some of it is really trying to curb I wake up, let me grab my iPad that's sitting by my bed. So I make a conscious choice. Like I'll wake up. I'm like, don't do it.
But how do
you're better than that. I'm like, do you remember the old Saturday Night Live? They'd be like, remember the guy would point in the mirror? He's like, you do like those daily affirmations and I like me. Like I'm like kind of talking to myself saying, okay, you're better than this. You're stronger than this. You don't have to pick up that iPad. Don't go.
Do you like count sheep or something? How do you get yourself to fall back asleep?
I don't know.
I feel like in my house, everyone was home for a while, and everyone just pretends to be sleeping. But if we were to all like just say, when you wake up, go in the kitchen, we'd probably have like a football team, you know?
Yeah, it's so true. I know, it's funny because I'll talk to friends and they'll be like, "Oh, I was up at 3. You should have called." I'm like, "Well, I didn't know you were up. I'm not going to call you at 3." But it's like you should be able to like throw up the bat signal, right? Like, I'm awake, right? Some kind.
So like, do you know what's keeping you up? Because I can't figure out, like, the things that are racing through my head, I know aren't things that during the day, for example, I am perseverating about. But in the middle,
they are the same things?
No.
Oh, they're not the same things. Okay.
Like, they can be small things that I'm like so focused on because I don't know what the big things are. I don't know how to tackle the big things.
Yeah, no, I think mine.
Well, first of all, I love seeing Lori. Hi, Lori. And Lori says, it seems like every night is a late night because I am not tired. I call it my me time. I either watch TV or catch up with social media.
Lori, I was just going to say that. You took the words out of my mouth because I was about to say it was like that article, Sue, I think I shared with you, where it's called, so if I can find it, I'll put it in the chat or put it in the show notes after, is that it's this whole thing where you've been so busy during the day and it is the me time. So you don't want to give that up because that's the time I get just for me, where it's not work and it's not the kids and it's not a spouse or a meal or a lunch, right? Any of those chores. Yeah. I just read an article about it a couple weeks ago. It's a real thing.
So the other piece of it about sleep is the waking up in the middle of the night, which is like, that's not because I want my me time. That's just anxiety.
Yeah.
So yeah, Lori, we love you. We love you. Anyway, so does anybody have any tricks for waking up in the middle of the night and falling back asleep?
So there is one I've done that I'll give a shout out to Jennifer Cohen. There's this whole thing about it's the counting backwards. So you do like 1,000, 999, 998. And when your mind starts to wander, you go back to your 1,000 and then you do it again. And eventually, like,
so do you do it every time you wake up?
I have done it. I have done it. I've done it recently. It does work. It's true.
Okay. So Christina, good to see you. Oh, that's nice. So you leave your house every day and you have a schedule. That definitely is a great thing.
Yeah.
You don't watch TV or shows on weekdays. Oh, what will we do? And that's because your kids have taken over the TV weeknights and are also busy with after school activities, dinner, and homework.
Well, we should just take a couple of Christina's kids. It's so obvious what we need to do. I'll take one. Sue can take one. So there's an exercise. That's a good one.
Yeah. So the thing is here, let's just put up that there's a ritual because Christina, that's what all the sleep experts say.
Yeah.
You need a bedtime ritual. And like, it's a weird thing to know. I feel this way about so many things in my life. You know the solution, but you don't do it. And it's like,
yeah.
I mean, I yesterday, so I walked in the snow. And I so did not want to go out, but I had made a commitment to somebody. So we walked outside. And all I kept telling myself is every time you're done walking, you thank the person and say how much you enjoyed it. So why can't I remember that when I want to get out of the house? And it's the same thing as like having a nighttime ritual. Like, I know that's the thing. It sets your brain. One of the things that Mark Brackett, no, there's another Mark. Milstein, thank you. Mark Milstein. Mark Brackett probably also said it. But Mark Milstein said, when you wake up in the morning, go outside. Get sun. Right. Like, it sets your circadian rhythm. And so I know that too. And I wake up in the morning and think, oh, Mark said I should go outside. And I don't. Right. It's such a weird thing.
Yeah. And wait, so Christina made her other comment is about showering at night. So it's interesting you say that because when the weather was warmer here in Cleveland, we had the fire pit going easy 4 or 5 nights a week. Okay. I like getting the fire going. It was a ritual, right? So it speaks to that first part, but coming smelling like the fire, I can't go to bed like that. My hair stinks, all that stuff. So I would shower at like 11 o'clock at night. And there definitely was a linkage between better sleep and getting right into bed. Hair wet, toasty from the shower. So now that's a problem. I mean, I could still shower at night, but
Well, we have a problem in our house with temperature. So everybody is either too cold or too hot and solving the problem that impacts the rest of the house. Yeah. So someone has decided that they would turn off the heat because upstairs was too hot. But what that does is it makes the downstairs heaters work overtime. So our bedroom, we're dripping in sweat. And then one bedroom upstairs seems to be a sauna while the other one seems to be frozen. So yeah, we're having a thermostat battle going on right now. Yeah. And I don't know who can solve it because I paid people to come and they say they fixed it and then it's not fixed.
It's funny. We have a similar conversation around here and our kids are like, you keep the house so cold. And one in particular, she's like, I keep putting on layers. I said, well, the other option is I can run around naked. That solved it. She does keep putting on layers. That apparently was enough of a threat.
Yeah, but the threat is in your bed. Like, when you're sleeping. Like, but I do also feel like putting on layers is cozy and having to sweat is not. It's just
No, totally agreed. So we can save this topic for another time, and I've always talked about how I cannot binge. I have become a better binger in COVID.
Oh, wow. That's something to be so proud of.
I'm so proud of myself.
Yay.
I watched Nurse Ratched.
Oh, I didn't. We watched One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, which is.
Oh, I've never seen that, which is what she's from.
Oh, she's from that. But it is as creepy as it ever was. It's so.
You had already seen it like a long time ago.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we picked an oldie but a goodie. How was Nurse Ratched?
Oh, so Nurse Ratched, she was excellent. I think her name is Sarah Paulson.
Oh, I love her.
She was, oh my God, she was incredible. So we started watching it with my nephew and my son and my sister. And then I finished it. I downloaded the last couple episodes. I watched the last couple days. Super creepy. I recommend it. It was it's 8 episodes.
I'm not so into the super creepy, but Ted Lasso, like, oh my God. So
yeah, I think I'm going to watch that next, Sue. That's a good rec.
It was really like, it's the perfect Thanksgiving movie. That's the thing about binge watching. It's really just like watching a movie and you keep wanting to watch the ending. And so they do it well. It's almost like a movie that they break up into like segments. So Ted Lasso was like just a really like a 5-hour movie that was delightful. It was
really good. So long.
Oh wait, Lori's going to give me a suggestion. Yay! Buy electric heaters for the downstairs so you're not roasting upstairs. Oh, not only is that a good solution, we actually already have heaters. Wow. Wait, can I just show you? This is my sister.
Oh, that is yours. I'm looking at wait a minute.
My sister, who's a new grandma and lives very far away from her very beautiful.
Oh, Ellen Mazel. We just talked about you right before the show.
Yeah. So Ellen, I did watch Queen's Gambit and I was obsessed with it. And then I saw a thread on Facebook of people who didn't like it. And I couldn't really understand it.
I have not seen that one yet. The Crown's excellent. And I'm in the newest season, Ellen. I have maybe 2 episodes left. It's funny. A lot of people have not liked this season. My husband and I have loved it.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but
So what else are people watching? Because it's so much fun to share. Like, and by the way, I feel like I've watched everything that's out there. So tell us something new.
I have something new while we're waiting for people to chime in. We watched this. I thought it was in the last pandemic, but I've only been alive in one because it feels so long ago. We watched Something of Diamora. It's with I always mix her up. Patricia Arquette or Robin Wright Penn. I think it's Patricia Arquette. And it's based on a true story of this prison and this escape from prison. Something of Diamora, Amazon Prime, Netflix. Sue, have you heard of it?
Nope.
Oh, really good.
Yeah.
And again, like 8 episodes maybe or 10 episodes where you can, feeling accomplished in COVID. Oh my God, I watched the whole thing.
Yeah. Well, we watched The Good Wife, which is like, I don't know. I don't even want to count the hours. Like, if you actually think about it. And now we're watching The Good Fight, and I also
Good Fight.
That's the spinoff of The Good Wife.
Oh,
and also really good. I like them both a lot, and Dan and I both like it, which we often don't agree on. Though
that's hard too.
Yeah. Well, he likes scary. I like forgettable. Like,
you mean forgettable? Like when I suggested a topic for today and you said, we already did that. So I feel like everything's forgettable.
Well, right now it's just And also, well, I will put out there that you and I and your team as a whole are doing a lot of lives. And so it is a little hard to remember, was it a podcast that we talked about it, or was it on Facebook Live? Not that it matters, because we can't remember we did it. So I'm imagining the people that are listening can't remember that we did it also.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
You know what? I want to say Christina and Lori might remember. Didn't we talk about things that we missed during COVID? I think we already talked about it, because I think I said running into people, and you said, "Oh, I hate that." I'm pretty sure we did that.
Was that in yeah, but I have come up with something I miss.
What do you miss?
Live theater.
Oh.
It occurred to me yesterday. I was listening to, I love listening to show tunes, and I was like, oh my God, live theater. That is something I can really pinpoint that I miss. And I did see an announcement from Playhouse Square. It looks like they're getting ready for fall 2021, which would make me really happy. I wonder what that will feel like, be like, and what the plan is. But that is definitely something I really, really miss, that I enjoy, that we do as a family.
Yeah, I miss New York Broadway.
Mm-hmm.
I don't miss Playhouse Square so much.
Oh, really? Yeah, I would say I miss both.
Yeah. When we lived in New York, we actually there were a few years where we saw every single Broadway show, because Dan's medical school would have these $5 tickets, and they would be orchestra seats. And so we went to everything, to the point that I think by his 4th year in medical school, I literally said no. Okay, so Ellen is jumping back on. I miss traveling over, of course. Oh, I loved Emily in Paris.
I loved it. I just watched it last week.
Yeah, watch Stupid Things to Laugh and Feel Like You Are Traveling. Yeah, I love that. And also Queen's Gambit, wasn't the clothing was amazing. It was just so much fun to see.
I love the clothing in Emily in Paris.
Also Emily in Paris, but Queen's Gambit was
oh, I have to watch that one. That's a good one. Oh, wait a minute. Did you know, maybe I'm the last to know this, that the girl in Emily in Paris is Phil Collins' daughter?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and did you know she's also the daughter from Blindside?
No. That I
sister or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, on that note.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Have a great week. If you have any other shows to share, put it in the comments. Everyone likes to see that. Ellen, so fun to say hi. And Lori and Christina. Oh, wait. Yes, the clothing in Queen's Gambit. Mm-hmm. Rebecca, so true. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Have a good week.